There we go. We did it. We're live. Welcome back, everybody. That was probably a terrible noise. Sorry. You got to get my V8 in. Hashtag not sponsored. Welcome back to the Rookzer0 live stream. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different thing. It's going to be a kind of a personal project. I think Tuesdays are either going to be commission overflow or kind of like side projects that I'm working on. So I'm going to work on that today. And as always, I do have the Aggie.io software up. If anybody on the Patreon wants to jump in on that. Someone's in here. I'm not looking at this. I'm probably going to be in Photoshop for most of the day. I'll be bouncing back and forth. We can go from there. But I do want to start designing some tarot cards. I think would be really cool as a project. It's probably going to take me a couple months before it finishes. But I thought today we could just sit down and talk about it a little bit. And I'm going to try to start designing the back of the cards. I think this is probably going to take me a few tries. But, yeah, just why not? Thought it'd be fun. So, I'm going to use the symmetry modifier. Hit me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Jonas called me out on it. I probably need to share this with people. Good call. Okay. No, I haven't. You're right. I haven't transferred over. It's a good thing I have everybody here, because otherwise I would just be super mess. Yeah. I will. What? Yep. About an hour and a half. I just sat there talking to myself. I'm surprised so many people just sat there and listened to me talk. Blows my mind. I guess so, yeah. I mean, fair enough. That's really what it is at the end of the day. Oh, there's a template? Well, that is awesome. Let me look at this template real quick. Today we're working on a tarot card. I don't know. Something I wanted to do for a while. I thought it'd be really fun. Yeah. Let me just make as much loud noises as I can. Okay. This is a good template. I'm gonna download this real quick and we'll pop this open. So, I gotta flip it again. I gotta flip the page. Be right back. Wait. I'm still actually here. I just actually have to do something real quick. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna click on this and I'm gonna download that and I'm gonna open it. Don't resolve. I don't care. Okay. We're back again. I've gotten a template that I'm gonna look at here. It looks like it's pretty functional. I'm gonna create a new layer. Ooh, that's not the color I want. That's not the color I want at all. There we go. Zombie theme is pretty good. Zombie theme is good. I don't know if I'll make my card zombie theme though. I think I'm going to turn off a lot of the text. It is an exciting time to live. Rookzer0 is being a card day. No, dang it. Okay. Is this I guess this is a great template for the sizing, which is good. So I'm going to use that. And then it looks like when I start designing the front of the cards, this will also be good. So this is a good template. I'm gonna like this. I like this. We're gonna keep it. I am, however, going to. That's something else I was thinking about too. I kind of want to just get into cards. I really like cards. I have a lot of Magic cards. I want to see how I can incorporate my art into that. It is a Tuesday, and I do have art up, and I got tipped, so I need to do some push-ups. So let's do that real quick. Why is this guide here? Get out of here, guide. We don't need that. So I'll be right back. Hold on a sec. See if this will clear my nose out so I can actually breathe today. Okay, 20 pushes. Okay. All right. It's hot and you're going to drink? Is that what you said? Hey, that's legit. So there are two different ways to design this. And one of them is someone said, let me look at this. What did happen? Oh no, yeah, no, no yard work. I'm in the wrong chat. Here we go. And not having to mow the lawn. That's always a good way to spend a day, is not having to mow the lawn. Having to mow the lawn, though. Not welcome. Welcome back. Having to mow the lawn is a pain in the butt, but it's okay. On that note of work, I might be going back to my other job as soon as next week, so we will see how that goes. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect the live stream yet. It might push it around a little bit, and we'll definitely start working with that. So we'll see how that goes. So there are a few different ways that I've been looking at some cards. And some of them are, I got the sniffles today, very complicated, very highly detailed. Some of them are really simple. And I'm leaning towards the simple side, but I'm not sure yet. I'm still on the fence. Still definitely on the fence. Maybe I want to have this white. Oops. I do definitely like the darker colored cards. Gotta breathe. And I think, and this could be totally wrong, and so I'm totally up for discussion about this. I think the cards need to be symmetrical. Is that true? Because you don't want to know if it's right side up, right? Let's do that. Yeah. Because part of me, I'm going to draw a skull, by the way, because I think skulls are right on point. I'm actively doing this, and I was thinking about it before the stream started. but yeah, it's just like maybe skulls are not good on tarot cards. I don't know. I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty good today. How are you doing today? How are people doing today? Oh no. Jonas is still on a caffeine bender. How's the Did you actually go to sleep? Or is it still from yesterday? Are you still in the same push? That's good. Oh, I'm drawing in the background there. God. Yes, push-ups. Dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Stress is no good. What type of card? Tarot cards usually are unidirectional. Unidirectional? One directional? Oh, back of the card. Back of the card. I totally agree with you for front of the card. Is that the same for the back? Dang it. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's try this again. I think... Gotcha. Okay, well, that's good to know. I think I'm going to do something a little loopy and bone-like. Everybody's got them. I've already talked about that today. I get one skull. I'm gonna put a skull on this thing, like right here, and then if I draw any more, we'll talk about it. But I get one skull for this. That was this skull. That was this skull, because I drew on the background layer and I already did my push-ups for that. So I think I'm in the. Oh. You said that, and I thought that meant that that I hadn't restarted the stream, and I had a little bit of a panic attack. So no, we're good. Okay. Well, you automatically get 2. Okay, I get automatically 2 because of the symmetry nature of it. Yeah. I feel like this is going to be interesting because I really want to make this like a good realistic skull. So I think I need to actually try today. Gotcha. That's probably what I'm going to go for. Yeah, I went on a expedition yesterday to find some tarot cards for reference and like maybe to buy and look at, because I don't own a deck. It's not something I've ever actually done, but something I'm interested in. Oh. Interesting. I'm a big fan of, like, basically this is kind of my jam for, how do I say this? I want to be respectful about it. I don't necessarily, like, I've never believed that I should be getting my fortune read all the time or using the tarot cards to do anything. But I'm really into that stuff. Does that make sense? Like that's why like the monster manuals have always been. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I'm very much into a lot of like the lore and the like. Oh man, I have so many books on fairies and like spirits, but I've never been into tarot readings, which is interesting. And so I was just like, it's something that I like, and I like integrating that kind of artwork. A lot of artists that draw that kind of stuff is top shelf for me. Sure. I did not know that. See, that's more information that I need to know. Oh, interesting. See, I did actually find some playing cards that were also tarot cards, so that's interesting. That's interesting that they would do it like that. Long story short, I love art like this, and that's where I'm really interested in it. So, like, a lot of my Magic card collection is actually because I like a card over it being good. I totally read French tarot as French toast. Not gonna lie, I've never had tarot cards read for me. That's awesome. Yeah, it's not something I was raised super Catholic, so I wasn't allowed to touch anything that was vaguely not that. Ouija boards are the devil. Well, what do you mean bad? Gotcha. I think there's a lot of of just like general. There's so many things is the problem. Like, just looking for tarot cards as an experiment for like, what do they look like and how do they do it? I found so many different people selling so many different things, and it bummed me out, actually. Yummy French toast. Thank you, Corbs. I believe it's wand is clubs, cups is hearts, coins is diamonds, and pentacles are spades, if I'm not mistaken. It's the back of the card. Ace. Brian wants to know what deck you have. So I've discovered something that I didn't realize, and that's that healing light. Yeah, I think for me, I think the big part of this is going to be me drawing it, and that's, to me, I think that makes the most sense for a tarot card deck from everything that I've been told. I think I definitely have to. Yeah, I'm a big Magic nerd, but I'm a big Magic nerd because of the art and. Yeah, Magic the Gathering. I'm a big. Progenitus. It's a good card. Pew, pew. Is that like saying badass? Focus towards your own insight. That's interesting. The spirits of your loved ones is kind of creepy. That's an interesting way to look at it. Well, I mean, some people believe it. Who knows? There you go. I think this would be able to branch out. Something else I want to do is like a deck of many things. Actually design my whole deck. Yeah, I'm into cards. I think it's something to. Okay, Dippy, what? you said that would be an interesting idea, and then you got interrupted. What's up? Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's probably a good thing. Yeah, no, that's definitely a bonus. Yeah, I think if you're doing that kind of stuff, it's really good to be able to work with your party about those things, because especially like it goes for the same thing with like cursed items though. Like cursed items are fun in some aspects, but like if your players aren't into that kind of player torture, I guess. It's not good to do that. So. I think cursed items are a lot of fun. It's just a matter of are you cursing an item as a means for a quest to send your players to fix it, or are you cursing an item to complicate the game, and like it's as a permanent thing, and that's really just. Gotcha. I don't like that. Yeah, no, I've seen a few people do that. The thing about that, like, man, that's really story heavy. To have it like customized to that character, that's something I haven't dealt with before. I have in the past like given boons, so I guess that's not terribly different. But yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff you can do about that. Do it with that, I suppose. I think it's interesting when DMs try to play games with non-DMs, and then it gets really confusing. That's definitely something I've dealt with in the past, and even now, like my friend, well, Lars is DMing our new game, and it is weird because some of my players will stop and like ask me a question, and it's like, well, Lars is in charge, but here's how I would do it, and then there's always the moment where Lars is like, yeah, I like that. It's like, okay, good, we're happy, because it's really scary to like step on people's toes, because it's like it's not my game anymore. I don't have control anymore of this, and there's a definite moment where, as a DM, like you kind of have a little bit of power of controlling the group, but you have to be really careful about how you control that power, because it should be a two-way street. And it's like, as the DM, I have the final say in the game mechanics, but we really need to talk about how the game is going to be, because otherwise it's not going to be fun. And fun is the most important thing. So, exactly, yeah. Collaborative storytelling is a perfect way to say it. And so I feel like a lot of DMs just like, this is my story and I'm running it, and it's like, no, you need to be able to. Sorry for the sniffles. It needs to be a collaborative thing. So. Yeah, absolutely. I've absolutely made that mistake in the past, and just ruined a campaign with my friends, because it's like, oh, you don't like cutscenes, huh? Well, yeah, I thought that would be cool because I do nothing but design video games all day, and this is not a video game. And I was like, right, okay. Mind you, cutscenes can be really cool. Not the way I did it. I screwed it up real bad. So, good to learn. Good to learn, though. I don't like that line. I had the thought mentality of like, I want to make this boss really scary and really intense, and this was like a duel between the player and his basic rival that we'd been setting up. Oh, that's a really good back. I like that one of the card. And so I set up this situation where he would be able to basically duel the guy. They were both gunslingers. And I basically put the whole fight down to an initiative roll, and based on that initiative roll, I would see what happens, and I took away the player's autonomy by like, okay, so you did this and he rolled that, and now you grab his hand and he's about to fall off this thing. Do you want to let him go, or do you want to like? And my player's like, I wouldn't do that. I would just shoot him. I'm like, okay, but there's like this dramatic tension. She's like, no, I would just shoot him, and I'm like, okay, well, then this happened. And so basically, instead of asking the player, what are you going to do in this situation, I started taking control of the gameplay, because I wanted it to be very cinematic. And that was, yeah. So I was like, so you two fight like this, and now roll to see what happens. And he was just like, that's not what my character would do. And I was like, dang it. Yeah. Yep, and that's really what it was. Is I didn't talk enough with him about what he was expecting from the fight, because he was really just expecting like a straight up fight, and so yeah, and absolutely, like I would enjoy something like that, but it was very much just anticipation or expectation and what he wanted to get out of it, and I didn't think about it, and that's fine. That was one of my first campaigns. Yeah, we've played a lot since, but that campaign was kind of like, this isn't doing what we wanted. And I was like, all right, well, that's cool. That's good to know. I mean, and then, like I said, that's how D&D is. It's like, if you're not everybody's having fun, you got to change some stuff up, and that's fine. And he's run some campaigns, and he hates DMing now. He's just like, nope, I don't want to do that. I don't like it. And it's like, that's fine, man. Everybody's got their thing. Yeah, it is a lot of work, and so it's one of those things that has a really, really kind of unique niche for. I don't want to say being successful, but like, just making it functional is actually more difficult than a lot of people think. You can totally get away with like almost no prep at all if you know your players and know what they want. And so, like, I think that's why, like, people that are really, really close friends can DM super easily. It's just like, hey, we're going to do some stuff, and I know what you guys like, and we're going to do it, and it's great. Other parties, I think you really have to sit down and talk to people a lot. Sure. Yeah, that is one of the reasons that I've only opened up the that is kind of where I'm going, isn't it? Whoops. Yeah. I need to do this real quick. Yeah, definitely. There we go. Sorry, I got distracted. A little bit too logical of a person to run like a. Yeah, I definitely think. I think there's a when we're talking about consequences and like having to run them. I think there's a difference between like a long-term campaign and I don't want to say a one shot, because the one shots are very much kind of their own thing, self-contained. Yeah, but you can basically a lot of people I've played with in the past like having games that like keeping the same characters, but they end like you have very tiny connections, and so having those like tiny little episodes of players with the same players over and over again can be a lot of fun. And then instead of having to worry about so much consequences, it's just a matter of like that last mission you did opens up new stuff or closes things versus having to like keep track of something that happened years ago. And when by doing that, we all kind of agreed that whatever we're doing needs to be self-contained. So like you don't insult the king because we need the king to continue the storyline. And once again, that's something that's very much you talk to your players about it, like, and they know we're not interested in doing ramifications that are going to cause like world-changing events, because we're just very much on a macro scale or micro scale. So the paralyzed cast wish. Yeah, exactly, right. Because like if your character isn't something that like he'd been playing that character for a while and he was really invested in this fight, and so he wanted to have control over that fight. And I'm like, nope, this is the story I'm telling, and it's like that's not how you should DM. And that's something that you just have to learn. Like you just have to feel it out. Because like I said, the other way, Captain Jump Rope, we've done this a few times where basically it's just like, okay, sit down, I'm going to tell you a story for 15 minutes. And it's like, awesome, do it, here we go. And it's just very much a different style of storytelling. And so if you're not ready for that, it's not your thing, you know? It's just... Yeah. And that's just narrative storytelling, which is fine. And it can be, though. It can be if that's what you want. And that's like Matt Mercer is really good at just telling a story. Right? He's super good at it. And so his players super into that. I'm into that. I like listening to Matt Mercer talk. It's great. Yep. Yeah, exactly. And especially like the things where he pulls someone in and he just like the dream sequences are always here's a story, how do you react to it? Like what are you going to do? He leaves it open for them to just really screw up. And that's hard to do. That's hard to be like, okay, I've set up this great thing and then giving it to someone else and just being like, what are you going to do with it? Oh god. Yeah. Because really, like, so my friend, when he played, what he wanted, he really wanted the, like, I think what he wanted was the kind of Indiana Jones moment where the guy's just, like, pontificating and being evil, and it's just like, bang. It's just like, no. Right? Like, that's what he wanted. He wanted that epic moment, and I didn't let him do that. I was like, okay, and then he dodges the bullet, and he runs over here, and it's just like, what the hell? Like, no, let it be the dice. Let the story be told together. And that's a hard lesson to learn. Because, like, I felt destroyed after that. I was like, man, I wanted that to be really cool, and it wasn't. It wasn't fun for Matt. So, yep, leave it up to the dice. And you can see that in Mercer's face a lot when he like when you know something is just broken. It's like, well, yep, like okay, yep, everything's jacked up. No. And so it's very much once again like something you have to learn to just be okay with that. And like I've had a few times when someone's done something completely just I'm gonna say batshit bananas, and I've had to stop and just like pause and be like, okay, walk away. Everyone walk away from the table. I need a few minutes. I need to figure this out. I don't know what just happened. And Mercer's really good at doing that fast. Yep. Yep, we've done that too. We had a whole campaign based around basically one character becoming this kind of town hero, kind of like the folk hero of the town. Not on purpose. Like it didn't start out that way. That's just how it tended. And then he died. And I was like, okay, I guess we can try to revive you. And the player was like, no, that's good. That's where it ends. And I was like, what? And he's like, I don't want to play that character anymore. I think that was great. It's finished and it's over. And we're like, but the whole story. And so we did. We had to divert. And we just like we had this epic quest line going on, and then it became this almost like Gurren Lagann-esque story where it was like now everyone was around the person that was supposed to be in charge. Like, what do we do? What do we do now? And that became really fun because that was its own thing. So that kind of consequences, I think, is really interesting. But once again, that was not my decision as the DM. It was, what do you as the players want to do? Do we want to keep going? Do we all just decide that the mission has failed? Do we make new characters? Like, how do we want to play it? And then we talked about it, and then we continued on, and it was really fun. So, what was that? I don't mind flares. I think that's how. Yeah. The Adventure Zone guys did a one shot like that, where they were just in the mind of a. I think they were in the mind of a mind flayer. Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was pretty good. Well, it was yep. You die in the dream. I think they actually said that in the episode. Oh, probably. Yeah. I hope this is good, because I'm just going with it. I'm doing this, and I'm not sure if it's legit. Like I said, I'm like, I hope I'm not breaking some faux pas with putting skulls in the back. We'll find out. Travis Willingham has great strength in taking his mistaken hits. Yeah. Matthew Mercer does occasionally make a mistake call, or one of his forwards is nerves better. Travis Williams will look at his player sheet and does the, well, that's now. Okay. I have seen, has never called out his mistakes. I have noticed that too, yeah. Travis will like do something, and both of us will look at each other and be like, wait, that's not right. And then he'll be like, oh crap. And it's like, okay, he noticed. but yeah, that's fine. Like sometimes there are flubs. We had a situation in the last game we played where Kevin the Necromancer basically just, I'm going to say flooped the pig and just like broke the campaign. He's just like, I'm going to do this thing. And he just did it. And we're like, okay, well, that's it. The campaign's over. Everybody go home. And he's like, wait, what? We're like, yeah, that was not the right thing to do. Like that and you could tell Lars was just like, kind of like, oh no, like that, everything gone. And we were all like, Jump Rope and I were just like, yeah, that's legit. Like, we make new characters now. That's fine. But Lars was just so like, but the whole campaign, and we're like, yeah, like that happens, man. It's fine. Like we can do that. So we had like a week-long argument about whether or not to just retcon it. Just be like, that didn't happen. That straight up didn't happen. And we're like, either way, like I'm okay if we have to make new characters. So we had basically been so this is Lars's campaign. So it's not Kevin the Necromancer, but it's Kevin the Necromancer playing this character. He was playing himself in D&D, which was really funny. So he had been basically like whisked away and brought here, and his whole goal as the character was to get home. Like that's what he wanted. He's like, I'm gonna go try to get home. I got to figure out how to get the hell out of here. Really fun character, really funny to play. And so we're doing that, and Lars, basically we finish up, because we started with, let me start that over. We started with the starter kit, with the Tome of Fandelver, the Mines of Fandelver, whatever it is. The starter kit book. That's what Lars started with, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna branch off into my own stuff. And he wrote all the story for it. And he's like, I'm ready to go. This is gonna be great. And he gave us this scroll of plane shift that was supposed to teleport us to the next zone to start his mission. Like, basically remove the world that was D&D and put us into his own world. But as soon as Kevin saw it, without thinking, he's like, this'll take me home. And he just used it. And he's like, okay, guys, bye. And he just like threw stuff at us. And he's like, I did it. And Lars is like, no, you need to take people with you. He's like, no, I'm going by myself. I'm like, I'm not going to go with him. Why would I go with him? I live here. And so, like, as a group, we kind of strong-armed Lars into letting Kevin do this because it seemed like great. And it happened. And then Lars is like, okay, Kevon, you're now in the next place by yourself. That's not your world. And we were just like, ah, crap. So we basically took the only port key to the new zone with the one character who left all of his gear with us because he's like, oh, I'm out of the game. Here's some money. So it was just like, you're going to die and we can't get to you. So that's it. Like, game over. And that was the discussion, was like, well, is Kevin just dead? Does Kevin make a new character? Are we just off doing our own thing in the Forgotten Realms? And yeah, so do we keep going our thing and Kevin makes a new character, or does Kevin keep going and do we make new characters? One way or the other, the party got permanently split. Yeah, and so and that was an option. We're like, we could just do that. We could just make 2 new campaigns. We could also maybe try to make the campaign where we're split up and we need temporary characters and try to get back together. But Lars just wasn't ready for that. He's like, I don't know what to do. And we're like, that's fine. Let's talk about it. And it took us about 2 weeks of talking and discussing before we finally like, let's just retcon it. And because that wasn't the intended use of that spell, and it was like, let's just do it. And then that's fine because it was very much what we all decided to do. Yeah, Marty gets in the car and just goes, right? Bill and Ted style, like, the characters just pop up. Don't go! What? But yeah, really, and like I said, if one person had just been, if Kevin had just been like, oh, never mind, I don't want to do that, I would have been really pissed off. I would have been like, no, you screwed up. Now the consequences is that we have to figure out who's making a new character, right? But because like it was Lars's first campaign, Lars didn't want that to happen. He's like, I feel like if I had explained it better, it wouldn't have happened. And so it's like, if this is really, really not what you wanted to do and not what Kevin wanted to do, and like more, Jump Rope and I are completely fine, like with whatever you two decide, because we're okay with consequences like that, and we're also okay with letting it back up because we know what's going on. But talking about that, it took about 2 weeks of just like man, I don't know if we should do it this way. Like maybe we should make new characters, and that's really, at the end of the day, that was it. It's like the most fun we're gonna have is if we just say, haha, that didn't happen. That was a fun way to end the last episode. It was a joke. Let's go. Like we all kind of admit it, and then. Yeah, and that's how it worked out. But it really was a group decision, and that's how a lot of D&D should be. So, oh shoot, I absolutely have. I am so sorry, Jay. Oh, Jay Durrell, thank you very much. Oh man, I gotta do 50 push-ups now. Holy crap! I started looking away and I started drawing. Let's see what's going on. How are you doing today? Welcome. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm good at a bit of lack of sleep. John's over here talking. Thank you. Bri, also talking. Very good. Pretty good, just chilling. Ready for a D&D session tonight. Also thinking about taking a shot of DMing soon. That's really cool. Yeah, if you have any questions about how to DM, definitely give us a hit up here on the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, please jump on in. We are talking on Discord. If people want to join in. Being a DM, I'm not... Flair, I think only hear on one side, actually funny. About one choice to be detailed. About rethinking to make the plot again. Also about one choice. Yeah, one choice can definitely derail a lot of things. Yeah, but I think one of my friends said you're chaotic, so improv skills. Yeah, improv skills are definitely something you gotta get good at as a DM. You can also prepare a lot more than I think a lot of people kind of figure out. I gotta start doing these push-ups here. Hold on a second. 6, Let's see if I can do 50. 15. 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. Whew. I did 40. Pretty good. Feeling okay. 10 more. Here we go. There we go. I can do this. 1. Maybe I can do this. 3. 5, 6. Okay. Whew. Yes. I'm thumbs upping the screen and now realizing that none of you can see me. So that's great. Whew. Whew. Oh man, face reveal is going to be, what, I don't know, 5,000? Let's get 5,000 subscribers. Whew. Whew, whew. Okay. Yes, very much. Thank you. Holy crap. You guys are awesome. What were we talking about? Derailing, yeah. The next thing that happened in that campaign was because of the stuff he changed, I felt very much like, what the hell is the dwarf's name in that setting? Gundren Rockseeker? I ended up beating the crap out of him. And I don't think you were supposed to do that, but it seemed like the right idea for my character. And I'm still haven't quite seen the consequences of that yet, but we'll see how that goes. So I don't think anybody was ready for that. Whew. Gotta get in shape. You did 50 push-ups? Nice. Nice. That's a good way to do it. That's fair. Yeah, I screw up a lot of the skulls I draw. That should be my own thing. Yep. That's the. We're trying to get a lot better at. I need to get a pull-up bar is what I need to do, and I need to get better at that because I can only do like 3 of those. Because I'm a heavy kid. I'm a small, heavy kid. So. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Those are my weak spots. Those and crunches. I need to do crunches one of these days. That is true. I am very much an adult. But saying that you're a heavy adult doesn't sound right. It would be factual. You're correct. That is a fair point. We could do lunges instead. Yeah. Man, whatever gets you working out, I think is good. As a DM, how do you handle divination spells like augury? Is that the question you're talking about? The augury question? Okay. Yeah, so Corvus, one of the things I do for divination is I try to once again, Mercer's really good at being vague, which is great. I'm not good at that. I'm just not. So generally what I do is I try to be very abrupt. I try to be as concise as possible. And sometimes that is literally just me yelling at the player for no reason. Once again, Kevin the Necromancer uses what is it? Commune, I think. So he can talk to his deity, and it's just like, you know what? The deity's pissed off at you right now, and so I'll just like, wow, what are you doing? what the hell's this? And I'll just like really lay into it. Yeah, yeah. Right, yeah. And so augury is very much, it's supposed to be basically good bad, right? Um, right. And so for that, I think that one is a lot easier. Once again, like I said, Mercer's really good at like painting a picture of the wind going by. I literally just do what you said, Ace. It's just like they roll. If they succeed, I'm like pretty good. like or everything you're sensing is like probably a good or a bad. Not great. Like I'm very curt about it because I don't wanna flub it up. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Like doing that, like the yes, it's gonna be good or no, it's not. Is pretty much how I look at most types of divination. Because there's also a few spells in Pathfinder specifically that are like you get to ask questions or you get to what's the other one I'm thinking of? No, I think those are really the only ones. Like there are different types of augury you can do. There are do you ever have any races or classes that are like go to the ones I need to look this up. Divination spells. Yeah, you know what? Those are really the only ones I deal with. Like commune, I think, like I said, I'm very, very curt about it. Like you should be doing this. Go get to it. If they ask a question, it's like that's stupid. Don't do that. Right? Like I try to be very, very emotive with the players that or the gut deities that they're asking. But as for stuff like augury, I try to be very, very. I'm not colorful with it, which is kind of a bummer. But it is really because I want to make sure that I'm conveying what I want to convey. And sometimes I have to do that. Sometimes I just have to be very, very frank. As much as I like to say that players are allowed to, I want to try to convince the guards and then roll for it. As the DM, I have to pull that too sometimes. It's just me saying like this is how it is. I'm not going to put flavor in this because I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying. So I think that's kind of how I deal with a lot of divination and augury spells. Still out of breath. Do you have any race or classes that are like go-to for ones that you have a bias towards? I absolutely have a lot of clerics in my bag. A lot of clerics, a lot of fighters. Specifically human clerics and fighters. I don't know why. I just have a lot of them. When I have people fighting people, I generally will blend or bend towards priests and clerics. I know the priest isn't really a thing anymore, but I like that kind of like non-martial cleric idea versus like cultists or what are some of the other ones? Like there's a lot of paladins out there, evil paladins and stuff in the books. But I tend to stick with clerics because I know them so well. I've played so many of them. So it's really easy for me to, if I just have to like pull up a monster idea stat block in my head, a cleric works really well. Same thing with fighters. Like, hey, I'm going to stab you a whole bunch. Really good at it. So those are the things I kind of blend towards. True, it's the same thing, yeah. I can see that. Western, I have a soft spot for a few goblins, warforged, homebrews, bear folks, otter folk. Bro, I still pushing that otter folk. No, that'll definitely be something we do here in the future, I think. I'm a big fan of otter folk. I don't think they're actually in the book yet, so. They have hippopotamuses? Is a hippopotamus a thing? Where is that from? I don't know. I think hippo folk's a pretty good name. Welcome to the hippo folk. The Feldegriffs. They might, yeah, they might have. If not, it's like the Simic hybrids are pretty close to that now because you have claws and stuff. But yeah, the Sethics would be interesting. I am not great at whoopy lines. I got to figure that out too. Yeah. The Ogani. That's the hippo folk? Oh, okay. Lobster folk. Got it. Changelings and hybrids. I really would like to see a melee druid subclass. What do you mean melee druid subclass? Like they use weapons, or because like the beast shape, you can do a lot of really fun melee stuff. Yeah, the shifter is well. So there's the shifter race in D&D, and then the shifter class in Pathfinder. Both are pretty similar. But I really, oh, go ahead. Oh, nice. Okay. Hippo people with guns. Awesome. All right. That is interesting. That is interesting. What you drawing today, Jonas? Yeah. The Geiger pictures. Actually, yeah, I didn't hear it either. So that's yeah. Oh yeah, maybe I was yelling. No. Yeah, just didn't hear it. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's get some stuff. So, if you have suggestions for Jonas to draw, let us know in the chat. Is giraffe folk a thing, or would that be able to enter the door normally, or would they have to just stick their head through the window? Yeah, but the circle of the moon, they would rely on shift to either melee creatures. I don't know if that's the word you wanted to use. Yeah. I drew it form into a snake, but I find that gazelle sexy. So that actually is how the shifter class in Pathfinder works without the wild magic element. It's actually based around a melee chimera build. So you choose an animal, and then in 3 levels you choose another aspect of an animal, and then every couple levels you pick a new one until at 20 you can shift into all of those forms at the same time. So you'd have like the claws of a bear, the head of a lion. It's a pretty cool idea. I really like that kind of concept. The wild magic aspect could be interesting. I think having that kind of randomly choose those could be fun. But I'm also, once again, I like having like character autonomy, so I'm always kind of hesitant to look at the wild magic stuff, unless it's yeah, yep. I think that would be a good way to do it. And if that's what you're into, then yeah, cool. Like I think that's a cool idea. I really want to play a shifter just to see how it goes, but I only have so many characters. I might do that on my next campaign. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, you have to get specific items for it to get your armor bonuses shifted. That would give you your wisdom, yeah. But no, things like there's like an amulet of natural armor that works in beast shape. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty laid back about that kind of stuff. I mean, but to be fair, like the Pathfinder druids are pretty tough when they shape change, especially with some of the creatures they can, like I said, the dinosaur druid really broken, really broken. So, yep, no, you're right. It is kind of a. I have run into that problem before, where you stay a little too squishy at some points. Without shifting into something catastrophic. So you really have to be like, I'm going to be a glass cannon. Someone else make sure I don't get killed while I'm a weasel. But I think it's cool. I still want to try it because you might be right. It might be a little more weak than I think it is. I'm a druid paladin. Is that a thing? Is that? I can see all that. Oh, dang. I once, one of the first times I had somebody play a drow, I misunderstood how spell resistance works in Pathfinder, and I made them invincible, and it was terrible. For me, yeah. They literally like, I'm gonna set off this magical trap that does 1 billion damage. It doesn't affect me, and I was like, what? That's not how that works. Turns out that is how it works, and I messed up. So. No, I messed up. The way we had it made it so that he was just impervious to magic because he had his spell resistance and then he had like a spell resistance cloak that effectively made people unable to hit him with magic. And it was just like, this feels really broken. And then I started looking it up and it's like, oh, none of these stack. None of these enchantments that we've given you stack with each other for this exact reason. So he basically just had for like two sessions he had perfect magic immunity, and it was real dumb. Oh, it was probably a blast for him, but it was not fun for anyone else. Yep, that's exactly what it felt like. So I talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, that felt a little weird. And I was like, that's fine. Okay, so what is this Oath of Ancients everyone's talking about? Someone explain that to me. Okay. Is it just like... Holy crap. That is pretty great. Having a just reduced spell damage, that's awesome. That's good. So you have advantage plus your wisdom to all saving throws. That does sound pretty crazy. That sounds pretty crazy. Yonti are pretty weird. I'm like the video I made. I don't know. I don't want to say I didn't do him justice, but I feel like there's a lot to him that. Sure. They don't let you play them anymore. Is that what you said? Yeah, you have the you have the tank build where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and not die, and you all have to do all the damage. Yep, I really love that build. Like, I really like that build. Yeah, that's allowed. That sucks. That was the thing with the guy that died. He was so tough, nothing could kill him. And so he would just walk into combat and like grab a guy by the face and be like, "That's it, that's my job." And then like they would all punch him and like I couldn't ever hit him with anything. So I'd just be like, "I'm gonna focus on the small ones." So he had to retool his kit to be able to like run around the battlefield and just knock people out of the way. It was really, really cool, and it was a really fun like escalation. Yeah, yeah, it feels really good. I super love that kind of stuff. I think it's great. But that being said, like I will also find your weaknesses and crush you. So there's definitely, it really depends on the type of game you're into, I guess. Yep. I stab him with a sword. Ah, blades, my weakness. I have my ways. I have my ways. But no, it's good. Is this too squiddly bits? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you accept commission work? Do you have a website, email sort of thing? I do a lot of it through the through Discord. So if you join the Discord, you can send me a message. Yeah, that's basically what it is. You can also in the promote yourself, you can ask like, "Hey, I'm trying to find work, or I'm trying to find artists." Uh, yeah, this is a dragonborn or lizard folk. You can do lizard folk too with a Komodo dragon. Kobolds too, yeah. Why not? Let's just get it as a kobold. I think that's what would work. Um, nice. Yeah. That's the funny thing. Like when you have someone that's just so impervious to damage, I always struggle as the DM of like, when do I stop attacking this guy and just start moving around? Because at one point it's like this is what the character wants. The character wants to be super tough. But like if I'm a goblin and I can't hit somebody, I'm either gonna run or I'm just gonna switch targets. And so I think that becomes the challenge of like how do you keep hate without like a taunt move, and Yeah. Yeah, that's good then. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, intelligence checks. Yeah, I'm a big fan of also like if kind of stuff like that happens, I will start using like pack tactics, which I know is an actual thing, like an actual feat that some like kobolds have. But I just like that idea that like, okay, you're fighting 10 goblins, they can't hurt you at all. They decide to dogpile you. I need you to make a reflex save. It's like, what? It's like, make a reflex save. All 10 of them are taking their turn to jump on you. Like, that's what's going to happen this round. And if you don't dodge out of the way, you're going to take 2d6 damage. And that's it. Like, they could have done way more damage if they just, like, murdered the rest of the party. But it's like, no, you pissed them off enough. They're dogpiling you right now. Like, figure it out. I love that kind of stuff, yeah. Yep, that's another good way to do it. Yeesh. Yeah, bone devils are pretty scary. Yeah. See, that's a good example. Sorry, I just interrupted you. Go ahead. Yep, finish up. I think what you had was good. Yeah. I think that is the perfect way to play it out. Then, if everyone's excited about your tank not getting hit, like, and if people are having fun with it, that's beautiful. Like, that's how a D&D game should be, right? As long as everybody's having fun, it doesn't matter that you as a DM are metagaming a little bit, because it's like, statistically, I should just murder the party. Like, if you're playing with your goal in mind of just like, I'm going to kill everyone, that's going to be fun for me, probably not fun for them. But if and this is, we've had people talk about like, oh, my players just keep grabbing people and throwing them off ledges. It's like, well, are they enjoying that? Because like, if that's what their characters are into, great. Like, keep doing it. But if it feels like it's an issue and people aren't enjoying it because of that, stop putting cliffs next to your fights. There are definitely reasons to let that kind of stuff happen. And I have also had problems where like me just sitting there thinking like, oh, you know what? They wouldn't attack this guy because he's not really a threat. If you say that out loud to a player, they get upset. It's like, right, okay, I get that. I totally get it. You want to be attacked. Like, I get it. And that's a failing on my part. I screwed that up. So it's like there's definitely a lot of little things you gotta think about and deal with when it comes to attacking and like party dynamics. I've had new DMs also say like, well, one of my players just keeps hiding behind corners and shooting arrows, and it's like, that's probably the best thing for their kit to do. Like, that's a legit strategy. The what I like to do in that situation, if it becomes like that's like the only thing they do, I will have the enemies do the same thing. It's just like, oh, you're gonna shoot at us? Well, we're gonna hide behind this wall and shoot at you. And then it's just like, this is weird. It's like, yeah, somebody needs to do something about it. Like, you guys have to switch up your tactics sometimes, and that's fine. Like, it's kind of your job as a DM to figure those things out, and it can be really rewarding. But it's a fun thing to learn. Just like, wow, I gotta really think about how I'm dealing with these people now. You're making a xenomorph. Oh, I gotta see this. Hold on a second. I gotta. Whoop. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm gonna draw a quick one. That's just. It's gonna be a pug because I like drawing pugs. And it's like, what? It's a xenomorph pug dragon. Blurt. On that note, I this morning I ordered some keychains. I ordered some rugby keychains on a whim. We'll see how those turn out. I might send those out to all the Patreon backers. We'll see how that goes. I gotta get back to the post office here soon. Send some stuff out, so that'll be fun. But yeah, little rugby keychains. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. They haven't sent me my shirts yet. They're apparently in the mail, which is good. Has anybody received their t-shirts? Did anybody order t-shirts? I don't know if anybody ordered t-shirts. I don't think they're here yet. I think what happened is with all the Backstreet Boys stuff, they can still produce the stickers, but the t-shirts are taking a longer time for some reason. They probably just don't have as many people working on them. On the Redbubble store, yeah, Brian hasn't received his either, so I hope they're on their way. I have the Redbubble store up. Redbubble. There we go. I will put a link in the Promote Yourself page because it is super fun. I'm having a lot of fun making this stuff. It's been a hoot. We got the Barrington Ale shirts up. Clappy, well done. Jonas, you started a new trend again. So I'll just put that in the voice channel. I think there's more fan art of your drawings than of mine. And I think that's totally awesome. Yeah, man. Like Guff. I think people have drawn Guff a few times, or I'd have to find him now. But yeah. Oh, I don't care. No, I really don't. I'm happy people are interacting with the Discord. Like, that's my goal. That's good. That's good to hear. I know for a long time I had a lot of people like, your drawings are really weird. And it's like, oh. But I think that's just because I wasn't good at it yet. I think I legit was. That's the JoJo face, right? Is that what I remember? I remember Clappy talking about that yesterday. Yeah, so I think it's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think your work is good. What just happened? Oh, okay. I get that now. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up and just be like, JoJo Cube. All right, let's check that out. How's that looking? That's looking all right. We're getting there. I feel like I'm going to end up filling all of this space. I don't know yet. I did also make rugby socks for people who are interested in rugby socks. Oh, I should not be allowed to do this stuff. It's so funny. Yeah, I made rugby socks. Hold on, let me see if I can find them. Well, that's a cool barbarian shirt. That's not mine, though. I don't think I have pajamas. No, I have not drawn a bird baron. I drew the Aarakocra Ranger, because, you know, you're flying, you might as well shoot people. But yep. We could definitely do a bird barian next week. That could be the prompt for Friday. I still need to do the Strix video. I don't know if I'm allowed to do Australian stuff. I feel very weird drawing koalas. View all designs. There we go. That's the button I need. The website is not the best for navigation. I apologize for that. I have no control over it. But yeah, there we go. Check out these sweet rugby socks. Hashtag am sponsoring myself for this. I don't think I'm actually sponsoring myself, but I am. I think I'm allowed to promote my own merch. Look at those socks. I feel bad. Clappy, will you repost that picture in the art share? I just kind of spammed past it. I want to make sure people see the sexy cubes. Were you all? How many people would join your sexy cube patron? Is that what you're asking? Yep, there's only one way to find out, man. No, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But oh crap! I need to look at this. Sorry, man. I haven't played Valorant yet. Is it worth playing? Oh man, it's just fair enough. Oh man, it is. It's that's an interesting point. Is it closer to League of Legends or is it closer to Overwatch? Like CS:GO, but with League of Legends skins. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Interesting. That sounds terrible to me. I think my problem with Overwatch is the games last too long. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I feel like that with... People kept saying that to me, like that you need to play for a while until you get it with Dota. And it's like, I get Dota. I'm not having fun. It's like, it's just not good. But like things like we just started playing... Well, we didn't start playing. We started playing a long time ago. When we started playing the Call of Duty Warzone, for the first like 4 or 5 levels, you just get wrecked because you don't know what's going on. You don't have any guns, and you're just like, I don't know what's happening. And now it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So I assume that's probably closer to the situation than like with Dota. But like I hate it when people say that. It's like, oh, you just got to get wrecked for a while. It's like, ugh, that's not intuitive. Then it's just not. Yeah, map knowledge, gun knowledge. Yep. It's also because it's the same thing with especially with those kind of like RNG heavy games where the bullet spread is kind of just all over the place. You really have to learn like where do I start firing? Like how close do I have to be to make this effective? What can I do? How do I move? I definitely think maybe it's just because I played so many of them that I pick them up pretty quick. I'm never like amazing at them, but games like Dota that do take like the meta is so specific that you can't really just like easily pick those games up. So that's kind of why I asked. Like, is it closer to League of Legends or closer to Overwatch? And if it's closer to Overwatch, it's probably something I could pick up and play. It's more closer to CS:GO. Got it. That makes sense. Sure. No, I think I get what you're saying. Like the play style is closer to CS:GO, and that makes sense. I understand how that works. Yeah. I'm a big fan of quick like out of game customization, quick combat, which is why like Battlefield is great. Battlefield has longer games, but that's beyond the point. Like you can start the game, drop into the game, and play the game. And then all of the like leveling up and customization is outside of the game, and I think I like that a lot more than like PUBG where you drop in and then you spend the first 20 minutes looking for guns, or I think CS:GO you actually have to upgrade your guns during the game, right? Yeah. Okay. The barbarian tip. That's a good picture. Oh, I ducked out of the YouTube chat again. Hold on, let me read this. Where you die 100 times to learn the basics. Yeah, exactly. You have to accept Dark Souls. Dark Souls is another interesting one. I'm a big fan of Dark Souls style games. Yeah, roguelike games are great. I love it. Because it's very much teaching you mechanics. I hate PvP in Dark Souls. It is so garbage. Part of it is that they just have like really bad netcode to make it work. And part of it is that there is such a big skill gap for starting the game and like mastering the game that PvP is never balanced. Never balanced. So definitely not the same thing that I like, but I love those kind of games for multiplayer aspects, like co-op aspects. I hate it so much. Yeah, I remember the original Demon Souls. The original Demon Souls. Was Dark Souls first or Demon Souls first? I think Demon Souls was first. You're gonna remove the pipes from the salamander. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't ready for the pipes from the salamander. Jonas, going back and forth between Aggie and YouTube, I really like your salamander. Nice. Yeah, I need to jump over to the Aggie more, I think. I'm getting really distracted. I'm having a lot of fun making this card, but definitely different thing. Your microphone's not bad, man. I think your microphone's pretty solid. Oh, is it different? Huh. That's weird. That could be a... Yeah, you know what? The first few times I streamed for those 4 or 5 hours, I really feel like... Well, my art towards the end was kind of... I got the hiccups now. What the hell? Yeah, kind of poop art. I feel like there's like a 2 or 3 hour sweet spot for me. Kind of like I need to warm up a little bit, and then I draw, and then by that time, like my voice is tired and my brain is just mush. So I think 2 or 3 hours is kind of my limit when it comes to a stream. That being said, I think we can probably do some longer streams in the future. But I think we're gonna have to do something besides me like drawing the whole time. Yeah. Which that could be fun. I think we could do. I don't know if we want to do gaming on the channel at all, but we could do something like. I have a gaming channel, yeah, so that's fine. Not recently. I think the last thing we did was a Legend of Zelda. Was it Link to the Past? No, it was the Link's Awakening on the Switch. There is a new Crystal Chronicles is coming out soon. I'm really excited for that. So I think we'll probably play a lot of Crystal Chronicles. So that's kind of our end of the year goal is to play a game there. But I would like to do some more community-based stuff, like maybe if we play Pictionary or something. I think that would be a fun, longer stream. I would like to get back to the I'm struggling so hard with the video. The animatic, yeah. I don't know why I thought, like, oh, I'll just do an animatic. I mean, I guess I originally said I wasn't going to, and then eventually I was like, I'll just do it. And now it's like, oh, crap. Why did I decide to do this? So that'll eventually come up. And I do want to play more D&D. I think that was really fun. So that might be something we have to do. Once I go back to work, everything's gonna kind of get weird and squirrely. So it might be something that we have to do at a different time, and then posting it will be the important thing, versus trying to live stream it. So who knows? We will find out in the future. You really want a Minecraft? Oh, you do not want to see me play Minecraft. It's terrible. I don't know. It's just, we did, what did we do? Last time I played Minecraft, I built a bat cave. And then someone flooded it. Someone flooded it with lava. So I blew up his train station, and then we stopped playing Minecraft. Yep. Nope, it sounds legit. I can tell you exactly who owned that lava pool. It was Kevin the Necromancer, so we're still friends. Yeah, no, it's bad. Okay, I don't think I've ever been banned from a Minecraft server, but as much as I tell people like, hey, it's all about community and fun, I really like playing games by myself. So like when we play Minecraft, it's like I get 4 people that I know, and I'm like, we're gonna play Minecraft, and that's it. And when I play World of Warcraft, it's like I'm gonna start my own guild, and there's gonna be 3 of us, and that's it. That's all we need. It's like I'm really bad at actually joining the communities of these games. So I'm very, very appreciative of everybody in the Discord right here, because I very much appreciate your joining. Makes a big difference. Not something I'm used to. That's pretty awesome. It sounds like a saint or a messiah complex. Like, I have given you unlimited food, and now I will wander off into the world, never to be seen again. Part of the reason that I don't like doing public games or in those kind of games is, what were we playing? 7 Days to Die, and we had this whole base. Someone just joined our server, planted dynamite everywhere, and blew it up. And we're just like, why would you do this? I thought it was. That's the thing. It's like people are just kind of jerks sometimes. Yeah. So I generally just don't participate in public games. Let's look at this salamander. I think that looks pretty good. I mean, salamanders are kind of weird anyways. Yeah. So yeah, someone definitely, I don't know if they hacked into our server or we just had it on public, but they showed up and had all this gear on them because we killed them. We eventually just hunted them down and killed them. And then they left the server, and they had a lot of stuff that was like, they either brought this with them, and I don't know if that's a thing, or they spawned it when they were here. So it was like, yeah, I would bet that's what happened. And so it was just it was a situation where it was like, that was really weird and strangely violent. And maybe we just never ever participate in this community again, and that's fine. But no, we tried it again. I'm not super a fan of that game anymore, but I do like crafting games. So every now and again, I'll pick them up. We just played the Raft for a little bit. I didn't play that one. Yeah. Jonas needs more prompts. I hate this so much. Where are we at here? YouTube's doing good. What time is it? Oh, it's almost noon already. Dang. Let's take a look at this real quick. How am I doing here? This is going okay. I think there are some things I need to clean up. Let's see. Blah. What? Barbarian kitten, that's a pretty good one. Rock turtle, giant rock turtle, also good. I think fire salamanders are just kind of generic. Not generic, but like they exist in a lot of things. That's what I'm trying to say. Marble snake for Jonas. Is that a thing? I'm going to read this. This snake has whitish-gray scales, translucent in places where its underlying veins can be seen. The snake's head is long and has a long lion-like mane of golden fur. 2 long, sharp fangs protrude from its mouth. Its multifaceted eyes are red. So it's a bug snake lion? That's terrifying. A marble snake can gain the attention of any creature within 50 feet that hears it. All creatures other than the marble snake within the area must accept a will save. Mind-altering effect. Hey! Hey! What was that? Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen that yet. Nice. Nice. That's cool. That's a cool plan. I like that. Kind of being the distraction for the grifters. Is that the right term? Players are into some weird stuff. No, that's cool. I like that. That's a really cool idea. Scarlett Johansson played Ka? That surprised me. I didn't know that. Why would Scarlett Johansson ruin that? Now she's also a snake. She's a Black Widow and a snake. It's crazy. Gross. I'm gonna watch this real quick. Wait, there's no Ka's not in here. Nice. All right, actually, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good voice. Is today Wednesday? What day is it? Today's Tuesday, right? Let me go back to this and then click on the chat and then click on this over here. All right, we're good. We are good. All right, I'm going to finish up these horns. I'm not sure if this is the right way to be doing this. I think a lot of dark colors. I think this is going well. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's legit. I don't know if I can. What's the put that over. So we have Aggie.io is a website that allows you to basically draw on the internet together. So I have that up. During the week we have the Patreons are allowed to jump in. There's a link for it in the Patreon chat, and they can draw. And then on Fridays we open it up to the community so that everybody can jump in. But yeah, so. Instead of multifaceted eyes, it just has multi-facet eyes. Super good. I'm going to have to keep bouncing back and forth. Yeah, sorry. Whenever I do these days where I'm on Photoshop, I always forget to jump back to the Aggie software. I think tomorrow is going to be Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday, so we're going to do a viewer submission day. So we'll be in Aggie tomorrow, all day tomorrow. We'll be taking suggestions, viewer suggestions. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see if I can. I am SpongeBob. Let's get this going here, and then we'll do this and this and this and this and this and this. Man, I can't remember that guy's name that does all the SpongeBob voices. Maybe. I think birds are. let's ask the biologist in the room. Nice. What? The fins on alligators are wings? Feathers? That being said, though, they are closely related, right? I mean, like, they're super related. Are they closer related to amphibians than each other? Science! How's this going? Let's look at this. What am I missing here? Yeah. We're in a weird point of time right now where kind of everything we thought things were, we're kind of like, oh, maybe not. Also maybe not. Jepson Guide to Plants. Yeah, I don't know that one either. Avian dinosaurs and non-avian dinosaurs. Yeah. Dinosaurs are also a weird source of study. Sorry, the chat was talking about this. Because, like, what we think of dinosaurs is a species across several 100 million years. So, like, depending on what you're talking about, it can be really complicated. Sure. I think... Have any of you seen the pictures of Sue the T-Rex as the chunky chicken? It's so good. Let me see if I can find it. T-Rex fat chicken. Yes. Hold on. Just hold on. This is the best thing I think I've ever seen. Not really, but I mean, it's good. It's super good. So good. It is. It's super adorable. I love it. Anyways, he's got the wings. It makes me so happy. All right. Anyways, I'm glad we can talk about dinosaurs and stuff here. It's good stuff. Rock turtle. That's pretty dope. Yeah, that's kind of what we can't prove that they weren't huge fat birds. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. That being said, people don't realize that turkeys are assholes. You know, be very careful around turkeys. Can you imagine? Can you imagine though if the turkey had become the American state bird? Like, oh, that would have been so. Or a state bird, the American state bird. Yes, the national bird. I think so. Blackbin. There you go. America, making our own stuff up for a long time. Sure. Yep. I don't know about that. I don't agree with that at all. Birds are really smart. Yeah, ravens, parrots, all really smart. Yeah. We have 500 years of space in our brains. I think that's a Doctor Who quote. I think that's from Doctor Who. I'm not sure if that's... I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, it might be something somebody said, but... Yep. Arya Stark becomes an immortal. Has to start writing journals because she can't remember anything. Well, I think we're about done with the stream today anyways. We got like 2 minutes left, so... I'm digging this. I don't know if I need to fill in the whole page. I think I might, but I think I might save that till next week because I definitely want to take my time on this this project. This is going to be kind of an ongoing thing. And then I think my first step is going to be getting this done, and then I'm probably going to print a whole bunch of blank sided cards and then start designing my own cards. I don't think that'll be fun. So we'll go with that, but for right now, I think we're about done here. Let's check out what Jonas came up with today. Pretty good stuff. Tomorrow will be the viewer submission, so feel free to come hang out with that. We'll be drawing a whole bunch tomorrow. Like I said, I might start going back to work next week. I do not know yet. If that is the case, we will probably go back to the afternoon stream, which would start at between 2 and 4. But I might also have to start doing an earlier one. We will see what happens. I'm not sure how it's going to work yet. We'll figure it out. There should be a new video coming out in the next day or two. I'm currently editing it, and that process has... This is the longest video I've ever made, so we'll see what happens with it, and we'll go from there. But so, geez, that is a Tippy. That is a monstrosity right there. Feel free to keep hanging out in the chat. Are you going to keep drawing in Aggie? Rememorize. But yeah, so feel free to hang out in the Discord today. Thanks for hanging out. Remember, keep your dice on the table. Stay happy. Stay healthy. It's weird times right now, so be cool to each other, and we will see you tomorrow.